In a world saturated with secrets and mysteries, imagine stumbling upon a fortress lost to the sands of time, hidden in plain sight in one of the most unexpected places. This isn't just a story of stone walls and turrets, it's a tale of human ingenuity, breathtaking discoveries, and the relentless quest to uncover our past. What if I told you that the very place where this fortress was found might surprise you deeply? You might be thinking of ancient ruins covered by jungle or deserted lands, but hold your thoughts for a moment, because the truth is something else entirely. Picture this: a bustling modern city, vibrantly alive and teeming with people, has hidden within its limits the remnants of a once powerful stronghold, a fortress that has enshrined untold stories of heroism, tragedy, and even romance in its dilapidated stones. Intrigued? You should be. Keep watching, because what comes next will leave you spellbound. Located beneath the very streets of a thriving urban landscape, the discovery was made during a routine construction project. Workers excavating for a new train station stumbled upon enormous granite blocks, intricately carved and covered with moss. Could these be the remnants of a long-lost fortress, overshadowed by the modernity around it? As the dust settled and excitement bubbled, the tale of the fortress began to unfold, revealing unexpected layers that would not only reshape our understanding of history but also reignite a deep-seated curiosity about what else might lie beneath the surface. But what could lead us to such astonishing outcomes in our everyday environments? What hidden histories are enveloped in concrete and asphalt, waiting for the right opportunity to be uncovered? These aren't just questions, they're gateways to a deeper appreciation of our world and the stories it holds. As the archaeologists and historians delved deeper into the site, they uncovered artifacts that narrated a gripping story. Copper coins depicting long-gone monarchs, chipped pottery holding remnants of ancient meals, and weaponry that told tales of siege and defense revealed a vigorous past filled with conflict and heroism. Each item served as a tangible connection to the people who once walked these grounds, granting us insights into their lives, struggles, and triumphs. You might be wondering, how did such an important structure go unnoticed for so long? The answer lies within the fabric of urban evolution itself. Cities transform, expand, and evolve. Landmarks fade into memory, buried under the weight of progress and modernization. Yet, in the race for urbanization, are we inadvertently shrouding our history in layers of concrete? As roads get paved, and skyscrapers rise, what legacies are we pushing aside that could redefine our narratives? Reflecting on our own lives, how many memories, experiences, or relationships have been placed on the back burner in pursuit of bigger and better? The notion of losing something valuable resonates with everyone, especially when it revolves around our shared history. This lost fortress is more than just a physical structure, it symbolizes the forgotten epics of our collective existence, illuminating how easily history can slip through our fingers. As excavation teams worked tirelessly, they encountered challenges that seemed almost insurmountable, reminiscent of historical tales themselves. This unearthed fortress was not merely a treasure trove of artifacts, the site presented logistical and ethical dilemmas. How do we balance progress with preservation? What responsibility do we hold in safeguarding the stories encapsulated within these ruins? And as these questions loomed, a groundbreaking revelation came to light, a secret chamber, sealed for centuries, hiding not just treasures, but a mural that depicted a rich narrative of the fortress's guardians. The artwork not only illustrated the daily lives of its defenders but also hinted at alliances forged in blood and friendship. Here lies a tantalizing thought: could these stories of valor and betrayal weave a more extensive network of unexpected connections throughout history? The moment researchers discovered the murals was electrifying. One could almost feel the invisible threads of time knitting together as they gazed upon the vivid imagery. In an age where human connection seems both intimate yet detached, this visual mosaic echoed themes of camaraderie and conflict that are timeless. As people pondered the implications of this unexpected find, many began to reflect on similar histories within their own communities. Are there structures around each of us that hold lost stories waiting to be told? This idea opens the door to infinite possibilities of exploration and discovery. Every place we inhabit may hold untold tales, just waiting to be revealed. One of the most astonishing facets of this story is the reaction from the public. A once ignored site rapidly transformed into a focal point of cultural importance. Schools planned field trips, historians organized workshops, and artists began creating pieces inspired by the walls of the fortress, each contributing a unique interpretation of its past. Imagine streets filled with locals bursting with enthusiasm, reclaiming their history and engaging in conversations about the fortification, challenging one another on who had the best interpretation of what these remnants convey. Communities passionately rallying around a historical site serve as a testament to the resilience of our shared heritage and the desire to understand our roots. However, just as things seemed to settle, an unexpected twist surfaced. Scholars began to notice that certain symbols imprinted on the stones were eerily similar to those found in ancient texts previously thought to be mere legends. How could this be? Was this fortress, once lost, the very bridge that could connect disparate histories together? This question served as a formidable hook, drawing in viewers from every corner. People began to ask, is it possible that we have long overlooked the significance of what we labeled as myth? Could narratives built on ancient allegories hold deeper truths tied to real places and people that shaped our world? The quest to answer these questions ignited dialogues and fueled intrigue not only among historians but among the common populace seeking answers to the riddles of their existence. With the fusion of ancient lore and modern discovery, the Lost Fortress stood as a living testament to the evolution of storytelling. Every stone had a tale to tell, every piece of pottery whispered echoes of existence. Would this newfound allegiance between history and myth reframe our understanding of the past? Are we prepared to break down the boundaries of traditional historiography and embrace a more significant interplay of narratives? As excitement intensified, further excavations led to a findings report filled with astonishing facts. The fortress was discovered to have been a critical outpost during a time of great upheaval, a protective barrier against invasions, a sanctuary for the arts, and perhaps even a hub for ancient diplomats to broker peace. But then, a shocking finding added yet another layer of intrigue. Inscriptions on the walls hinted at secrets kept hidden for generations. Was this fortress simply a military stronghold, or could it also have functioned as a sanctuary for those seeking refuge from societal turmoil? What dark secrets did its walls hold regarding betrayals, allegiances, and dreams lost to the winds of time? This growing mystery not only set the imaginations of historians ablaze but encouraged ordinary citizens to play their part in piecing together these narratives, igniting a proverbial treasure hunt for their heritage. In a world where history often feels just out of reach, the discovery of this fortress has made the past feel more tangible, yet layered with complexity. Positioned within the urban core, it acts as a daily reminder of the junction of history and modernity. Every day, people walk past the newly unveiled entrance, below which lies an entire world that defies their mundane routines. How captivating is it that our surroundings, and our histories, are not stagnant? Each layer peeled back reveals complexities, nuances, and connections that bind us together across epochs. And so, we continue to dig deeper, not just into the earth, but into our understanding of ourselves and the narratives that shape our existence. So, what happens next? What unforeseen implications will this find have on our perception of historical narratives? How will new generations honor this lost piece of fortress history? Stay tuned, because the journey of discovery is not over yet. As anticipation swirled like autumn leaves in the wind, the ongoing investigation into the lost fortress captivated historians, students, and local residents alike. News traveled fast as the media spotlight turned toward the site, showcasing the rich tapestry of tales unearthed amidst the granite and mystery. Yet, it was the question of identity that reverberated most strongly through the voices of the community. What did it mean to share in a collective past, especially one so vibrant yet shrouded in obscurity? The idea that history could be a living, breathing entity resonated deeply. community leaders initiated platforms for public dialogue, inviting local artists, poets, and storytellers to interpret the newfound fragments of history. They recognized an opportunity not just to learn from the fortress but to shape a narrative that included voices often sidelined in traditional retellings. Workshops addressed the stories of diverse communities historically tied to the land, urging participants to envision how their ancestors might have contributed to the fortress's legacy. Among the flurry of activity, one young historian, Mia, emerged as a charismatic anchor for engagement. With a passion for interpreting artifacts, she forged connections between the found relics and contemporary experiences. Mia led tours, pointing out symbols on the fragments of pottery that echoed designs still prevalent in local art. Throughout her narrative, she emphasized the importance of recognizing how legacies imprint upon the present, urging participants to consider their own stories alongside those of the fortress's guardians. On one such tour, she found herself standing in front of a section of the mural that depicted villagers celebrating harvest. The vibrant colors had faded, but the joy in the painted faces was palpable. "Look closely," she urged the crowd. "These hands are raised in appreciation and gratitude for the land that sustains them. What are we thanking our own land for today?" This thought sparked a lively discussion as people reflected on the meaning of gratitude in their own lives, invoking shared fears and hopes. As local citizens took ownership of the narrative surrounding the fortress, archaeologists continued their meticulous work, determined to explore every inch of the site. In a stroke of good fortune, they uncovered additional chambers containing essential documents preserved in waterproof vessels, an unexpected treasure hidden by time. Fragments of parchment revealed letters, administrative records, and personal correspondences, tethering the feeling of historical disconnection into the very human realm of emotion and relationships. What the historians found surprised even the most seasoned among them. The letters indicated a diplomatic role for the fortress during periods of turmoil. Esteemed figures wrote about peace treaties, disputes, and complex familial ties that transcended time and geography. This connectivity deepened the implications of the fortress itself, suggesting that it was more than just a refuge. It might have served as the heart of a network binding multiple cultures through alliances. However, as deeper meanings emerged, there were whispers of discord. While many in the public embraced the enchanting era brought to light, skeptics questioned whether the past deserved to be idealized. Were the relationships always peaceful? One archaeologist posed during a heated panel discussion. With political alliances come betrayals, and power dynamics shift with every handshake. We mustn't gloss over the difficulty, lest we sanitize the narrative. At that moment, the viewers attuned to a pressing issue. A rich history isn't merely a collection of picturesque moments, it comprises conflicts and resolutions alike. As these insights unfurled, the community grappled with the duality of their shared heritage, realizing that every tale of valor coexists with shadows of hardship. Mia encouraged observers to embrace all aspects of their history, urging them to shape an honest tapestry, replete with threads of both light and darkness. Months rolled on, and a festival was planned to celebrate the minimal yet profound progress made regarding the fortress. It represented not only a physical discovery but a revitalization of cultural heritage in the present. With every participant, the narrative expanded, welcoming more interpretations and allowing people to explore their connections to a past they never knew they had. Vibrant banners danced on the breeze as drums and flutes filled the air. Workshops and storytelling sessions filled the public spaces, as locals shared their interpretations of connections to the fortress's legacy. The festival brimmed with opportunities to interact with history through art and performance, poetry recitals, rotating exhibits of modern mosaics inspired by the mural, and interactive dialogues blending history with contemporary lives. On festival day, illuminating the crowd, there stood a remarkable piece, a mural replica created by local artists, inspired by their interpretations of what the fortress stood for. As attendees gazed upon it, they recognized elements that resonated with their own lives, encapsulating shared struggles and resilience throughout time. The piece was a living reminder that history does not exist in a vacuum, it illuminates present existence. A transformative highlight unfolded when people were invited to tell their stories. Some recounted ancestors who had faced displacement, while others spoke of chances at renewed beginnings. Each narrative interwove the sentiments of loss and hope, stitches uniting the fabric of a community eager to reclaim their past. Yet, amid the jubilation, a somber reminder loomed. As research continued, the initial excitement led to legal complexities concerning the preservation of the fortress. Debates arose regarding the need for further excavation versus the temptation of development pressing around the antiquity. Competing interests of urbanization and historical preservation reached a boiling point, igniting fervent discussions within the community. While some voices clamored for progress, others argued passionately for memorializing the lost fortress. Each sentiment stemmed from the same place, a desire to honor their legacy while understanding the costs of progress. The local council convened to reflect on the community-wide implications of both preserving and risking the structures that had given them a newfound sense of pride and identity. A twist in the journey emerged as the council came up with an innovative solution, tasking the community with envisioning a synthesis of history and progress. As they considered their interests and heritage, they took it a step further, proposing a collaborative project, a community space built in partnership with the remains of the fortress that would pay homage to the past while inviting engagement with the present. In a remarkable show of unity, citizens rallied together, conceptualizing a creative plan to intertwine the remnants of the fortress with a lively marketplace, communal gardens, and educational facilities. They imagined a sanctuary for future generations to not just glimpse the past but engage deeply with their history, surrounded by reminders of their resilience. This partnership of preservation and progress served as a testament to the enduring spirit residing both in the stones of ancient walls and the hearts of those who walked among them. Months transformed into years as the development endeavor sprang to life. Community representatives worked alongside historians and urban planners, cultivating newfound relationships, emerging from once divisive perspectives. They crafted a space that held both previous glory and current vibrancy, a place where visitors could learn about the stories that shaped their lives while engaging with art, events, lectures, and gatherings. When the day of the grand opening finally arrived, the atmosphere crackled with excitement. Under a canopy of bunting and laughter, crowds of diverse individuals filled the air with promises of connection. The unveiling of the site was more than just a launch, it symbolized the extraordinary metamorphosis of forgotten remnants into a lively, inclusive hub, embracing the fullness of their collective history. As Mia stood at the heart of the event, she gazed upon the mosaic of faces gathered before her. The past and present harmonized, echoing tales both ancient and modern, a potent reminder that history is not merely studied, it is lived. In that moment, she recognized an unequivocal truth: the embrace of a shared identity, enriched with both glory and complexity, was an enduring legacy evolving into a prism of understanding. In the years that followed, the site flourished, evolving into a vital heartbeat for the community with educational outreach programs that fostered connection through culture and the arts. Children grew up in the historical shadow of the fortress, learning the narratives that intertwine their lives with those of the past. In revisiting the lost fortress, what began as a solitary relic of human history transformed into a vibrant canvas, a canvas depicting an ongoing journey. It called forth not just introspection about where they had come from, but questions about where they would go next. What stories would they write together, rooted in a past that had united them? How would their relationships with each other, as stewards of their history and future, shape the legacy of generations to come? Thus, the Lost Fortress became a bridge between yesterday and tomorrow, an enduring reminder of the bonds formed through shared experiences, intentional storytelling, and the spirit of collaboration. So, as the people gathered at sunset, amidst the echoes of laughter and the beating of drums, they understood that the adventure of discovery was far from over. It was but a new beginning, the chance to carve their narrative alongside the stories, struggles, and triumphs inscribed within the ancient stones that now stood proudly under the urban sky. And in this story, Perhaps we find a greater truth. In seeking to uncover our past, we ignite the flame of connection that can illuminate the path toward the future. Together, we not only discover who we have been, we also unveil who we can yet become.